Morning, noon, or night, you've tuned into the podcast that you need in your life. I'm your host, Mo, and welcome to the Mean Girls 1821 experience, but we know it as a podcast where we mean what we say what we mean, and we do it all within 3 to 5 minutes-ish. It's also road to 100, but nevertheless, you know the deal, you know the drill. Let's honor ourselves. Each and every week, I remind you that life be life and adulting is ghetto. So if you've had a ghetto adult life this week, let's just be grateful we are above the ground and not beneath it, because this world is crazy, okay? And if you have breath in your lungs, that means that the grace of God is still working in your life. Nevertheless, the premise of this podcast is truth. So each and every Friday, via my YouTube channel and or using your podcast app, I'm going to encourage you to do 3 things. Number 1, show up fully, because those that mind don't matter, and those that matter don't mind. To walk with integrity, and last but not least, to reflect, because beloved, sometimes the issue is you. So without further ado, let's begin today's episode. For me, representation is everything. In fact, being Christian means to be Christ-like, or a representative for Jesus Christ. If you take a look in the book of Revelation, chapter 12, John describes a vision, and in that vision, he talks about 2 entities. A dragon, which represents the evil in the world, and that can be compared to the serpent in Genesis, as well as a woman and her seed. The woman representing the Messiah, and the seed representing his people. If you continue to read that chapter, it describes the wrestle, it describes the antagonizing nature of the dragon, and how its purpose is to pretty much destroy the seed. And if you go down to verse 11, that's where we get the famous verse, "We're overcome by the blood of the Lamb and the word of our testimony." Why am I bringing this up? Because the word of our testimony should be a reflection of the seed of our Father. The word of our testimony should represent the pressing towards the mark, not us just growing out of sin because we're not interested. And here's where we lose our witness, because a lot of times deliverance isn't taking place. We're just too old to do this stuff. Deliverance isn't happening. You just didn't get invited. Deliverance isn't happening. We just got sick. But we have access to the blood of the Lamb. And because of that access, the word of our testimony can bring freedom and peace to ourselves, our community, and the world around us. Because there is power in the press. And when you press towards that mark, it reminds everyone that the seed of our Father lives and is working within you. So don't forsake the press. That's where your witness is the strongest. I love you, mean it. Take care. Thank you so much for tuning in to the Mean Girls 1821 podcast with me, your host, Mo. Tune in each and every Friday for a fresh episode exclusively found on my YouTube channel or using the podcast app. And always remember, words have power. So whenever you speak, mean what you say and say what you mean. Take care.